Welcome to the January transfer window. We start with a Copa del Rey game against Real Sociedad today. You can see some rather large signings have been going through so far in this window. Gravenberch has gone to Leicester. Tammy Abraham has gone back to Chelsea from Lazio. And Frimpong has gone to Arsenal. Now, I don't know if there's anything I want to do in January. We don't have a massive amount of money, about £11 million. And there isn't many people we'd really be willing to see leave, and especially for the sort of value that would mean that we'd be able to adequately replace them. So I don't really know as I want to do much in the January transfer window. What we're going to concentrate on is the football on the field. We've Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey to start. We'll sim that Levante game, so we fully expect another Copa del Rey game to come after this Sociedad one, should we progress. If we don't progress, then we'll go and play the game against Sevilla and crack on with the rest of our domestic season before, of course, we have Manchester United in the Champions League. But yesterday was an episode that went very much according to plan, so I'm hoping for another one that's exactly the same today. You can see Kubo is now 91 rated and outright our highest rated player now. In Sewer, I have added a development plan too to try and improve his heading and his strength. And Dick has grown to 86 as well, which is good to see him continue to grow, and the rest of the side looks phenomenal. Sociedad starting as you see them on the left, Bautista up top for them on this occasion. Still Januzaj and Ayarzábal on either side of him. Freuler back into the centre of midfield for them. Lejaut at left back now. Cockabor now as ever, and Martinez in goal, and Dyer on the right, who I don't know anything about. So a 10 o'clock at night kickoff, 10 p.m. kickoff here in Spain at the Real Arena. Hopefully we can get a real result. We've got to the final of this competition twice, and we've lost the final of this competition twice. Last year, that final being against Real Sociedad. So we know exactly what this team are all about. We've played them numerous times in this save so far, and on most occasions, they've actually gotten the better of us. Desperate for this to be the opposites to that. Good first touch, good finish, perfect start. Let's keep that going, shall we? Lejaut into Pellegrini. Forward to Ayarzábal and Kakare. Freuler. That's a foul, that one. Bautista. Runners all around him. Finds Pellegrini, who apparently is linked with a move to Fiorentina as per the opening pre-game graphics or cutscene as he was coming off the bus. They were talking about him potentially moving to Serie A to join Fiorentina. Certainly a very good player, and I don't know him or his mindset, but you would imagine that it would be nice for him to go back home to Italy, although whether Fiorentina is a backward step from Sociedad as a club at competitive level, probably. So maybe he'd be better suited career-wise to stay where he is. Oof. Emi Martinez makes a good save as Hernandez tries to find the top corner. Regardless of what Pellegrini's future is, we know what we need to do to secure ours. And hopefully our future holds progression to the next round of the Copa del Rey, and yet further chasing down of Barcelona at the top of the La Liga table. Please lose some games, Barca. Christ alive. Kufre inside to Sheriff Bay. Insua and Dominguez. I'm torn as to whether to put, where to prioritise my time and my efforts and my squad. I was going to say I was looking for Kubo. Didn't think for a minute it was going to get to him. Because Barcelona are so far away at the top of the table, I don't want to kind of deflect attention away from a potential Copa del Rey win to try and close Barca down. Because if at the end of the day we aren't able to... That was terrible. At the end of the day we aren't able to close Barca down, then we've perhaps lost the opportunity to win the Copa del Rey in this save. That's definitely a foul. But at the same time, if I concentrate on the Copa del Rey, let my league form slip, and Barca do end up dropping points, then we could end up losing the opportunity to win La Liga. So it's a really difficult position right now, because we've shown the form and the ability and the capability in this competition to go really well. Back-to-back finals, That's not a foul. He's just fallen over. So, I don't know if I should go hell for leather and try and chase Barca down, or try and ensure that we get at least... Oh, keeper was confident. I wasn't for a moment. Whether we should just try and win the Copa del Rey, and then whatever happens, happens in the domestic league. Obviously, we've still got the Champions League to think about as well. So we've got a lot on our plate, actually, at the moment, without really knowing anything about how the season is going to end up. We might end up losing to Manchester United in the Champions League as well, and I might not put impetus on the Copa del Rey, hoping to do well in the Champions League, and then go out in the Copa del Rey and think, right, okay, that's fine, let's make sure that we do well in the Champions League, and then get knocked out by Manchester United, and then all of a sudden you've gone from having 3 competitions to chase to just the one. So I really don't know what to do at the moment. We know that we're not going to do much in this transfer window at all, really, well, it's tough. What I do need from you, though, with regards to the series after this, that it's probably not much longer left on the vote. I put a vote up on Twitter yesterday. I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. That was live for a day, for 24 hours, and I put it live at 1:49 PM yesterday afternoon. So there is a vote on my Twitter right now, as you see this as it's going live, as to which side we use for the youth career mode. Your options are Barrow, Grimsby, and Southend. As I record this, we've had 600 votes. It's 33% Barrow, 31% Grimsby, 36% Southend. So do make sure you head over. I'll leave a link to it in the description, like I say, or alternatively head over to the YouTube, to the Twitch, to the Twitter page, and you'll be able to see what the vote is if it's after 1:49 PM on Sunday, or you'll be able to vote if you haven't yet, if it's pre 1:49 PM on Sunday. As I'm recording this, Cambridge United are playing their game against Stevenage, and as I'm recording this, if Cambridge win, then they're promoted to League One. Literally, as I'm recording this, Cambridge United could get promoted. So my mood may swing dramatically regardless of what's happening in-game, because of what's happening in-game in real life. It's currently 11 minutes in and it's 0-0. So we'll wait and see how things progress in real life. But if they could progress as we've been able to do so far today, then it looks good for us. And there's an offside there, thankfully. So no corner for them. It's still 1-0 as we crack on in the second half. Dominguez driven to Kubo. Casas on the overlap is the obvious option. Just dink it. Oh, it's perfectly weighted. Cucho with the header. That cross from Casas is perfection. Dropping just over the defender. I've tried to skip the celebration so we can see a replay, but it's not necessarily wanting to do that for me. Casas has delivered a couple of very good balls into the box in recent times, and he could not have put that in time and space in an area that was more perfect. Away from Bornell behind him, away from the defender that was coming from Cucho's right, and it's plonked right on top of his head. Into the back of the net it goes. That's Mallorca 2. Real Sociedad 0, and we might well be knocking them out of the cup this year rather than vice versa. Excellent ball down the line by Kufre to find Gineppo. He started inside. Insua's here. We could finish it off if we could get the ball past Robin Koch, which we can't do. Dominguez back to Bay. Koch with the block. Insua to Gineppo again. Just dink it in. Cucho gets there. Oh, it's an excellent header. He's not the tallest, but he has been scoring some very good headed goals recently, Cucho Hernandez. That's what we should be able to do with Insua being 6'5". But we haven't been able to get it out of Federico, but Cucho has turned up aerially recently. That's 3-0 here. We are in the form of our lives. The form of the save, really. Look at the leap on that as well. That's a wonderful header. 3-0 in this game now against Real Sociedad, and we are definitely going through to the next round of this competition, that's for sure. Dominguez through the gap to Kubo. There's Cucho. Oh, excellent footwork. He's so good. Cucho Hernandez has really grown into a wonderful player for us. When he first came in, was nowhere near as highly rated and as effective as Brenner had been when we lost the Brazilian. But Cucho has really grown into that role, and it's something we've seen a number of players do in this save. And it's something I'm hoping... Oh, and Dicker with the volley. It's something I'm hoping to replicate in the youth series as well. That I thought the guy would run actually at least towards the ball. Something I'm hoping to replicate with the youth series is just that story of players... Well, they're going to score here, aren't they? No, Alzabar's taken it too far. Nice. Simone dives on top of it. Nicely done. That story of taking a player, or squad of players as it will be in the youth setup, squad of players from nothing to something, from zero to hero. And with the way that I'm going to be working the youth career mode, they're going to be very close to rated to 0 when we get going in that save. So I'm really looking forward to creating that story, because that's what we love about these Road to Glory saves, is the story of taking a squad and developing them, growing them, and earning the right to win the titles and the trophies that hopefully, ultimately, we will win. And we're on our way to winning one here in the Copa del Rey as well. Back-to-back final defeats, though, means that I'm not going to be confident of winning this trophy until it's actually won. And even then, I'm going to be a bit, are we going to win it or not? Frustratingly, we've also now got the Spanish Super Cup to contend with, which has just been drawn randomly as it wasn't earlier on in the month. I think Cucho is now up to 87 rated. Indeed he is. Now, this is definitely a competition that I don't care about. We lost to Real Madrid in the final last year, and we're up to Atleti in the semi-final of the Spanish Super Cup. Another example of Spanish football selling their game. We went through the story behind that last season, and well, the less said about this, what goes on in Spain with regards to the higher ups and what they do is the better, I think. Still, the Super League conundrum rolls on, but we'll go and sim this game now against Levante, and we should get 3 points here as well. We're currently third in the league. We've got Espanyol in the cup. It should be, fingers crossed, pretty straightforward with the side that we have, and it is. Hernandez with a brace, Gineppo adds a third, and we get a 3-1 win against Levante. A good start to league football today. Gineppo has grown again, and he's now, bid for Cucho. 96 million from Manchester City. It's the last, honestly, it's the last season. No. Gineppo's up to 84, and we should be able to get ourselves through this one as well. People a little bit tired, but they're a little bit tired too. And wham! Through to the next round of the Copa del Rey we go. Gineppo, Hernandez, and a rare goal for Nicolas Dominguez as well sees us win that one by 3-0. Nicolas Dominguez doesn't get on the score sheet very often. Actually, one thing that I can bring to your attention is that Lucas Robertone is on his way back from injury. In fact, Lucas Robertone is back from injury. So back into the starting lineup he goes. Sorry, Nicholas, you literally just scored a goal and I've immediately replaced you. Sevilla is the next game as things stand in the league, which will go and play Barcelona. Have won again. So we're exactly halfway through the league season now. And Barca have won 18 of their 19 games. So the gap at the top is still 15 points. Only a point off second. We're having a very, very good season, but Barca continue to not let up. A transfer bid from Spurs for Kufre. I'm just going to reject all of the bids now. I just want to win as much as we can with the squad that we've got right now. It would be a case of selling for the sake of selling at this stage of the series, to be completely honest. I'm sure you guys don't mind that that's the case right now. So we'll head into this game against Sevilla, who are currently 6th and only 6 points behind us. 5 points behind us, actually. 5 points behind us as we drop to 4th with the games in hand. And Barca have, well, shock. Won again. Right, let's make sure that we win then, away from home against Sevilla. Robertone back in the starting lineup. Could do with a little bit of game time to get that sharpness and his boosts back. But everyone else is sharp and firing, and hopefully we will be too. Declan Rice gets the start this time for Sevilla. And Bunu in goal for them will be very good indeed. Right, let's see what we can do. Idrissi. Work it into the middle. Not yet. Not yet. Here's Jordan. Kadewere. Declan Rice. Listen, Dec. Between you and me, I don't think you're going to be scoring from there. So, why not let me have the ball and I'll try and score at the other end. Thanks, pal. Robertone immediately involved at the beginning of his return to the starting lineup. Cucho is going to have to shoot on his left here. But that doesn't matter because his left is just as good as his right. As the clock ticks over into the 11th minute, we take the lead. Back to Ocampos. Early delivery, but he's not picked out any of the 3 men that were there waiting to get on the end of it. Oh, I've not been able to catch Sevilla on the break either. And here's Castagne to Golovin again. Movement there. Plenty of bodies forward here for Sevilla. He should be able to find a way through at some point. Surely they've been very good against us over the course of this save. Jordan back to Declan Rice. Lifted over the top, but Onyeka's there. Oh, that was meant for Robertone, who's just ignored it. Good block. Oh, why can't we find a teammate? Come on, how hard is it to pass the ball to literally someone that's unmarked? Players just keep picking up. It's going to be 1-1, isn't it? Oh, get away. Players just keep picking out opposition men more so than their own teammates at the minute when I'm trying to pass the ball out from the back. And it certainly shouldn't be that difficult considering that all of the people I've been trying to pass to have been wide open. Oh, it's really well done. Kadewere brings it down. Here's Idrissi. Good save by Simon. I needed that. Oh, I needed that. Golovin with the corner. Oh, he's picked up an injury apparently, but he's still able to continue and take the set piece. Simon punches clear. I'm not going to get to that. Declan Rice finds Jordan, who's found some space, and Ndika is in the way. Kubo could go again. He has done. He's absolutely rapid now, Kubo. His acceleration has been caught by his sprint speed. When we first signed him, Kubo, he had rapid acceleration, but his sprint speed was still like 83 or something. Now he's mid-90s for both. And that's what happens with just the dynamic potential and the way it works in career mode, unfortunately. Everybody, or almost everybody, in an attacking position just becomes absolutely rapid over the course of a save. Kadewere. Oh, I couldn't quite get there. Ocampos with a good flick. Sevilla really pinning me in here, looking to get themselves an equaliser if they can. They're obviously chasing a Champions League spot for next season in this save. Not that they'll get the chance to play it. Get there, Casas. Well up. Kubo on the run, on the run, on the run. And not able to get past the defender. Kadewere. I couldn't get there. Golovin, Kadewere, volleymers from Ocampos. Brilliant finish and well worked. All of the pinning in Sevilla have done of me on the edge of my box, and I cleared the ball. Everybody kind of stepped and they've opened up a little bit more space at the back, and then they've been able to utilise that. Maybe Sevilla should let me try and break away from the edge of the box more often, because then they've been able to actually hit me on the counter. And they've gotten themselves the goal that they've been looking for the whole game. It's going to be 1-1 at the break, and it could go either way in this one. Golovin, picked off well by Kufre. And Ndika, there's half an hour to go here. And we've not really looked that dangerous since we scored. But I should have scored that. Maybe I slowed up a little bit too soon. On a couple of occasions recently, I've overrun with Insua, so I was slightly wary of just running straight into the defender there, or straight into the goalkeeper, because I was so far away. I didn't want to risk having the extra heavy touch get to that Kufre. Ocampos has kept that in. I'm worried about not even getting the point at the moment. Sevilla, best side since we scored. Easily as well. It's not even a close competition as to who's been the more likely to win the game. They're going to get the corner here with 22 minutes to go. I am going to make a change. And it will be Asensio that comes on for Insua, who's been decent, but hopefully Asensio can offer us a little bit more in that cam roll. Perhaps a little bit more creativity with his passing rather than the goal threat himself. Cucho's been the man that's been scoring the majority of the goals recently. Though Insua has been chipping in. Maybe we can force the issue in the final 20 minutes. Trying to force the issue here. Is that going to fall for Asensio? It's not. Ocampos trying to force the issue at the other end. Rice, Idrissi. He's got plenty of options. One of which here is Danilo Pereira. And that option gives Sevilla the lead. Shite. Good delivery. Well up, Casas. Kubo can't get on the end of that. That is a ping for a first-time pass. Kufre's done excellently, though, to win that back. Is Ginepo going to make me that run? He is, but Asensio, I don't feel like we're going to get the ball to him there. No, it was meant for Asensio. Fucking hell. Golovin driving forward. Some space here for Danilo. It's not looking good for Robertone's return to the starting lineup, is it? Back in the 11 after 3 months out, and we might be about to lose our first game for ages. Kamara down the line to Idrissi. Moments remaining now. It's going to be a point at best for us, and that point will have to present itself very, very quickly indeed. Idrissi to Danilo Pereira. Golovin has gone off, and Oscar is on. Onyeka wins that, and he's got the strength to get to it too. But Idrissi's won it back again. I'm trying to switch, so we go to the man in the middle. Just couldn't do it. Right, now, break. Ref, don't you dare. Ref, don't you dare. It's a 1-0. Oh, it's a 2-1 defeat against Sevilla away from home. And that might be the end of our La Liga title aspirations. Sevilla earned that win, though. 70% possession for them. 3 times as many chances as us. And unfortunately, knocking us out. A bid of £92.8 million for Robertone from PSG, which we shall reject. Thank you very much. Keep working on your game, Nicholas. And Granada up next in the Cup. Should be pretty straightforward for us. Granada are a very capable side. They're not capable of stopping our Cup campaign. Cucho with 2 and Insua with the 3rd. Another solid Copa del Rey victory. Into the next round of that competition we go again. And as we head to transfer deadline day, the league sees us in 4th now. 18 points off top of the table. I think it's safe to say that the La Liga title isn't going to be coming to Mallorca this season. I don't think it's going to be going anywhere other than Barcelona, because they've won again. Again. Let's be honest, even if I was getting much better results, I still wouldn't have won 19 of my 20. I'd still be well off Barcelona. Jesus Christ, I cannot believe how well they are playing this season. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We'll find ourselves at transfer deadline day momentarily. Actually, Robertone getting some fitness or sharpness even is actually a good idea from training. So let's do that. And we're on deadline. Are we on deadline day? We are on deadline day. So Jonathan David has gone to Juventus for 99.2 million. That, as we stand, is the biggest deal of this window. Ruben Dias has gone back to City. What is it with players going back to where they started in this transfer window? £84.1 million, and then Gravenberch from Newcastle to Leicester, as we saw. On top of that, Tammy going home to Chelsea. Really odd. I don't think I've seen that happen that regularly for ages. It tends to be a player moving from one club to another to then move to the direct rival of their original club. But to move once, if not twice, and then back to the original club that they started to save at is not that common. And we've seen it twice in this window alone. At least twice in the four top deals alone in this window. But it's quiet for us. Nobody seemingly wants any of our players. Tavares there moving to Manchester United. Obviously the player that we signed at Hull at right back. That's been another big deal, or bigger deal. Neuhaus has gone from PSG to Leverkusen. So he's coming back to Germany. We've done nothing in this window, but we weren't planning on doing anything in this window, to be honest. Right. Athletic Club. Obafemi in. Balde out. Atletico. Militao, Naba, and Klosterman in, with Schick, Ali, and Soyuncu going out. Osasuna actually doing quite a bit of business. Barcelona sold De Vries, Todibo, and Lo Celso, and only replaced the 3 of them with Verissimo. Is that going to have an impact on their season? I'm not sure. De Vries and Lo Celso were in their starting lineup more often than not, so maybe it will have an impact. But will it have a big enough impact to mean that they're not going to go up this year? That they're not going to storm to the title? I'm not sure. Real Madrid have done nothing either, really. Bonaventura coming in, but he's aging out now, you would imagine, by season 5. Absolutely. Sevilla doing a little bit. They sold Pacheco, which is why Bunu was in goal in the most recent game. I don't know where Pacheco's gone, actually. I'd be quite intrigued to know. Valencia Mukiele in, rumoured to be going to Liverpool and having his release clause triggered of about 35 million euro in real life. Whether that story has developed a bit more since since I've recorded this, I'm not sure. But let's have a quick look and see. So, anything in January? The biggest one in January was Jonathan David. And of course, there was the Diaz deal and Neuhaus, Gravenberch. Lo Celso's gone to Chelsea from Barcelona on deadline day for £73 million. And Emily Militao from Juventus to Atleti. Another example of player going to another club and then back to the direct rival of their original club. Pogba went to Atleti in the summer. Fabinho's gone to Inter from Liverpool. Tielemans has gone to Liverpool from Leicester. So there's the Fabinho replacement. Dennis Zakaria has gone to Manchester United from Spurs. Ben White went to Spurs via FC Köln in November, so that would have gone through on the 1st of January. Mikel Merino's gone to Leicester. Sula has gone back to Bayern. Another one of a player going back to their original club. Really odd. Really odd. Mukiele to Valencia from Bayern. That Centellas deal was done in November. And these are all smaller transfers. £55.4 million being a small transfer certainly shows you how much money there is in the game these days. But all of that money should be distributed fairly, and you shouldn't be able to just have your own league where you earn yourselves an extra £300 million because you feel like you deserve it. So, piss off. Real Madrid, Barcelona and Juventus. No to the Super League. And apparently, unfortunately, it's going to be no to La Liga as well, as Barca have won their 21st game of Sorry, they've won their 20th of 21 games so far this season. Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. I'm going to have to play that one, aren't I? Villarreal, Real Madrid, and Manchester United will probably be the three that we play tomorrow. Oh, dearie me. And then, well, I think you could probably guess which three we'll play the day after that. Can't you? Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Manchester United. Yikes. Will Barca have dropped points by then? Probably not. That'll be all for today. Like I say, head over and have your votes on the Twitter poll as to which side we use for the Youth Career Mode Road to Glory. But for now, that's all for this Mallorca Road to Glory series. Or Road to Glory series episode. There's still a few episodes to go. Thank you very much for watching, boys. I'll see you later.